switch it up today. This is gonna be like a little mini vlog. I'm on my way to the gym right now, but I wanted to kind of piggyback off the video that I did yesterday, where I was basically talking about focus and discipline. Um, and there's a third thing that I missed, and what made me think about it was today. So today's Saturday, and my week has pretty much been about as good as it can be because I've been in the routine. So gym around like 7:38, come back home, eat, chill. Then I have my challenge. So I was doing a 5-day challenge. And one thing I noticed when I do the challenges is I don't do anything else. Like I don't hang out, I don't go anywhere. I come home and I wait until 7:30 or when my challenge starts, which got me thinking. I'm like, ideally, this is like how I would like to live because it's just not a lot of variables, which I didn't allow for a lot of variables anyway, meaning like things that could get me sidetracked or pull at my time or, get me distracted. So that's where the focus and discipline and routine. And the third thing was accountability. So yesterday the video was mainly about focus and discipline. But the cheat code and the thing that ties all of that together is accountability. And the reason I thought that is because the week is still technically not over. So I still can like fuck it up and undo all of the good um, I did during the week. Now, when I say good, I mean like my eating was pretty much on point. Ate this about the same thing. Gym, I really don't miss the gym anyway. So, gym every morning. Then work and sleep. No really extracurricular activities. But today is Saturday, and it's the day of the fight. If y'all in a boxing, it's like Tank, Tank Davis, Frank Martin, and Benavidez. I don't know the guy he's fighting, but pretty much been waiting for this fight. And what I want to do is I want to bet on the fight, which I don't really even need to. And you can't bet on sports in Texas. So what I was going to do is drive to like a neighboring state. And it's really not that serious. It's like really just because I haven't done anything and just an excuse for a little getaway or whatever. But that's where the accountability part comes in. I don't necessarily have anyone holding me accountable to not go do that. Because at the end of the day, it is extra and unnecessary. And it's not necessarily pushing me towards my goals. So, if you're ever in those type of situations, it's definitely good to get a small group of either trusted individuals or individuals that may be doing like better than you or a little further than you or at least where you want to be in life to kind of hold you accountable in those moments where you're kind of like getting off track because no one's like looking or paying attention. So if you watch up to this point, I still haven't decided if I'm going to go or not. Um, and I get 5 people to comment like don't go, then I'll not go. I'll use y'all to hold me accountable. But yeah, that's the three things. So focus, being able to focus on one thing, which just means you're not going to let anything, no matter what, distract you. And I know that's kind of hard, especially if you're an opportunistic entrepreneur, which is kind of the same thing, because as you keep your ear to the ground and you learn about new opportunities, you're gonna want to try to dabble into them. And it's easy to get distracted. Like, it's new stuff coming out every day. And if you're the type of entrepreneur, especially the type of entrepreneur that chases money, um, it's going to be really hard for you to focus, because you're always going to see a new opportunity and think that you can make more money doing this new thing, and that it's going to somehow be easier. So that's essentially what it means to focus. No matter what the opportunity, you're not doing it. So that's a skill within itself, like learning to say no. And that's all it boils down to, is like saying no to everything. Like, no, I'm not doing it. Um, I don't fully know how to explain discipline. I guess that means the same thing about yes and no and right from wrong. And, being able to, I don't know, maybe y'all should Google discipline. What does discipline mean? I guess I kind of look at discipline as long as, like, I don't get off track. Not necessarily with like tasks, just track meaning being able to endure things that I really don't want to do, but I know, like, in the grand scheme, it's going to be worth it. I guess maybe that's a decent definition for discipline. Kind of like with the gym. Like, the gym is definitely a good place to practice being disciplined, because nothing in the gym is immediate at all. And it's a whole lot of work and a whole lot of effort and a whole lot of eating right for you to see desired results. Maybe you can start seeing something in like 30 days if you stick with it, but that's 30 days. So it's like you have to possess the ability to be disciplined and understand that it's going to pay off in the future. Then the last thing, oh, I have one viewer. Can you comment if you're a real person? This is going to be a little bit longer. Like, this is basically in between the house and the gym, so I need to stop at racetrack to grab a Celsius, because I think we're going to play some hardcore pickleball today. And so typically a lot of people that come out on a Saturday, so we might be out here for a while. So I was basically just going to vlog until I got to the gym. What was I saying? Accountability. That's the cheat code, because when you have those people that are further than you, you don't want to let them down, especially if you know the things that they tell you and the guidance that they give you is like from the right place. There's a lot of people that you'll get advice from, and it'll be like self-serving advice. Like, they'll tell you some shit that's really just beneficial for them. But when like, um this person is giving you advice from a good place, you don't want to like let them down. So that's why that accountability part is really strong. And it's the same thing, as someone who's trying to lose weight and they know that deep down inside they are not built to do it without a personal trainer. They just know, like, I'm not going to do these workouts. I'm going to go home and eat cake. So let me pay someone to hold me accountable, which we have the option to do as well. That's why there's a lot of this like paid coaching and stuff. Like, a lot of times people just need to spend money on these problems before they get solved. And I'm kind of that way as well. Like, if I throw money or hire a coach, anything like that, like, I have to do it because I put my money on it. I don't want to waste my money. So if you don't have those people around you, and sometimes being an entrepreneur, you are at that level where, and I'm kind of in that position now. It's like you were to, how do I say this? you're too advanced for like your old friends. And this is not like on no pretentious shit. It's just like y'all are just on way different pages. You're too advanced for like your old friends, but you're not how do I say this? You're not advanced enough for the new friends that you actually want. Meaning you're like in that middle. And typically when you're in that middle, you have to pay for your friends. Which nothing is wrong with. At least, everyone knows why everyone is around each other. And that just comes in the form of like coaching or mentorship. Like there's this one guy, I can't think of his Instagram handle, but every month they have a mastermind on a yacht. Then they all go work out with each other in the morning. Then they have lunch on the yacht and they all mix and mingle. So it's like that. Like they're technically like I guess friends, but you have to pay to be there. I think it's like 10K or something. So you may be in that situation where you can't find anyone around you because you're too advanced and they're not even on your level, but you haven't did enough to just naturally attract, or maybe you're not even in the environment to naturally attract the people that you would like to be around. Because when you're trying to like brush up against like 7, 8 figure entrepreneurs, they're particular about their time and they're not just gonna let anyone around them for the sake of being around somebody. So but again, this is going to be a live vlog, so now we're going to go into. And I see we have 2 people watching. Like, drop some questions or comments if y'all are resonating. But we're going to go grab us a Celsius really quick. My key, my wallets. My bad. My bad. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying to figure out how much caffeine we're gonna run with today. Uh, 270, 200. So we're gonna. I usually get these, but like I said, we may be out there for a while today. So get this one. My one viewer, what's up? Come on. Thanks, you too. Oh man. Okay, so we got us a Celsius, and we're about probably like 5 minutes away from the gym. But yeah, if you're an entrepreneur right now, it really just depends on what stage of entrepreneurship you're in. Um, I know my very first business, my very first shot at entrepreneurship. Um, when I did like the best, what I consider the best, is when I had a routine, and simultaneously, all of these things happen at once. Um, I decided, this was back in like 2012 or something, but I had decided that I wanted to start like losing weight. Um, so I got a gym membership, went every morning, started eating different. So basically, what I did was I got into a routine. Then in the evening, I would go and handle business. And what I learned is I work best like in those scenarios. Like I don't like chaos and living a chaotic life. And that's kind of what was happening prior to this week, like really all this summer. That's why this is like, I don't know, a breath of a breath of fresh air. But I was dealing with like third parties or involving third parties in my life that live chaotic lives, which in turn made my life chaotic. So I kind of had to, you know, let those people go back to where they came from. But I don't know. Those are tests to see how you deal with those type situations. And I already know the answer before I even get too deep. The answer is like get rid of them. But who wants to do that? Especially when it's usually just you. Let me start on this track on my ice building. 1 second. It keeps saying we have live views, but y'all not commenting. I don't know if y'all bots or what. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little different style content. One thing I noticed is, that's why I always tell people test the content where I like go the impromptu lives, and even though they're not scripted, like I'm gonna get better at that because sometimes I just ramble and go all over the place. But one thing I noticed definitively, if I pull out my phone and go live and tell some type of story or try to integrate a story within what I'm, trying to share, I get higher retention, meaning more people make it to the end of the video. And how social media works, especially YouTube, really all of these platforms, it's all about retention. So YouTube wants you to retain at least 50% of your viewers throughout the entire video. And most of those lives, even with the shitty quality, because it's live, so I'm going in and out of these towers. So sometimes I gotta go through a bad neighborhood and the audio drops and the video gets fucked up. But even through all of that, those videos have higher retention than any other thing that I do, even like when I'm teaching, which has shit retention, which stops your channel from growing. Like I've been on YouTube since 2018, I believe. And for all of the content that I've put out, like it's not a lot of subscribers. But the reason is just low retention. Even though I do put out valuable content, educational, the tutorials, all of that shit, people just don't watch that shit all the way through. So if you're on YouTube or whatever platform you are on, if you can incorporate like storytelling into your content, you typically will see a bump in your retention. And if you get better retention, that's when those platforms will start to push your content to other people. And that's how you grow. Which I've known since I started YouTube, but I don't know why I didn't do it. But I know now I'm just tired of just being stuck in the same spot. I want to take like full advantage of YouTube, so content's going to be a little bit different. And I'm going to acquire a new skill of writing, which will translate to better videos. That's what I should be doing this weekend instead of driving to the next state for a damn fight. There's this course called, I think it's called 2 Hour Writer by Dan Coe, which I should have purchased a long time ago. But I just didn't feel like taking any new courses right now. I'm also in this 6 week little coaching thing program, and I think that's today at, oh, I need to account for that. I think that's today at noon. So every Saturday at noon, I'll have to attend that as well. What time is it? 7:30. Well, we just arrived to the gym. Oh, this hoe gonna be busy today. Ain't even nobody on the pickleball court yet. Boys be front. Oh man. So yeah, I'm gonna have to slow down on this Celsius. Cause when you drink all this damn caffeine and you don't immediately use it, sometimes this should be having adverse effects. That C4, I don't know if y'all ever took that C4. That should have your ass itching. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. If y'all made it all the way this far, thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, leave me some comments. Let me know how y'all like this vlog style content. Maybe I'll do more. But talk to y'all soon.